Well, the 91 fire in Oakland, 3,500 homes. It's the largest residential fire in U.S. history. It's the only possessions that I have that go back further than 91. These two briefcases. One was in storage, and one I used to carry my discs. When I was working with Pac or D or whoever, all my discs to the drum machines would be in here. And so this is the only thing I have past 91 really, because I lost everything in the fire. Four-story place burned down. The highest structure was the weight bench. So I guard these with my life because I love, that's Pac's first sticker, Tupac Lives Now. All of these was the day it happened. Million Man March, 95. Let's see, Gavin. MTV Jams, this is when we came in number 2, doing I Get Around. Number 1 was Sting and Biggie. Number 2 performance of all time, MTV Jams, was us doing I Get Around with Pac. Woodstock, 99 with George. I was humped up, came on stage with George. Many P-Funk tours. I used to ride their bus, man, it's incredible. To ride on the bus with P-Funk is an experience. I had stories for you that we didn't even get into. Roger stories, Diddy stories, George Clinton at Puffy's birthday party, that story. The Trade Center, where they wouldn't let George in because it was overcrowded. Even Kevin Costner, the people couldn't get in.
Oh, I remember that.
The whole streets was like, what? You can't get in? George was like, oh, that's cool, man. They were like, what kind of hip-hop party is this if George Clinton ain't? And the whole streets, let George in. Let George in. All the kids.
Yeah.
They started getting on the walkie-talkies. The police and fire department, they were at capacity. The sea parted. And George came in with his gifts for Puffy. Crazy, man.
That was the Triani party. That was crazy. What about this right here?
Just different stuff. These are all the DU stickers we had. To What You Like, Humpty Hump, Kiss You Back, EPMD, Live Squad. That was my cousin. He died too. That was Stretch's best friend. Tupac's best friend, Stretch.
Oh.
Live Squad, Stretch. Randy Walker. That was his group. He was with Pac when Pac got shot the first time. So, and then his shooting was the day, a year later.
Oh God, that's
Pac
right.
got shot, and so everybody assumed Pac had something to do with it, but anyone could have used that.
Yeah.
I don't believe Pac ordered that at all. This is my first Wu-Tang show. We on tour with them. Heavy D and the Boys, rest in peace, Heavy D. PE, Raw Fusion, that's a spinoff from Digital.
Wait, what was Raw Fusion? That was
Money B and our DJ Fuse together was Raw Fusion.
That band Nick that went next to it, that's that another Oakland band, right? The Hieroglyphics, right?
Yeah, Souls of Mischief, Dell and Humpty got a song together. It's funny. It's called Food Fight. Let's see. Cameo, Summer Jam, those are big shows.
Oof, yeah.
Shoreline Amphitheater, groups all day from 12 to midnight, Saturday and Sunday. Yep, DU, we closed a few of those. We closed one and played, with LL and D'Angelo. It's 1989, and what's it, 2012? So, good 24 years of touring, you just get these things. This is all I collect. The gold records, I don't care about. The platinum records, I send them to my parents. My mother and my father have the shrines of stuff, But yeah, this is when Pac was the humanitarian, the activist, not Machiavelli. Machiavelli was the insane, bitter, broken Pac, It's a shame that so many cats feel like, money over bitches, trust no one, Machiavelli, that's a bruised person, a deeply bruised person. His first 3 albums, that's who his essence is.
Yeah.
Oh man, Boogie Down Productions. KRS-One, that's the homie. He's the god of hip hop. KRS-One, he's a living Tupac to me.
Could you do me one favor then? Could you just have you walk in and walk up past these pictures and walk upstairs?
This is my favorite pin. I was wearing this right after the election. Bush lost. after that day. Average sex is better than being a billionaire. Ted Turner said that. What y'all about to do, man? You seem like you got a girl waiting for you somewhere.
Yeah, I do.
I can tell. Holding down the bottom, of course, George, the DNA of hip hop, as they call it. Not the only person. Of course, changed around a lot of people, but George is just, he's the living last man standing. George Clinton. That shows you that lifestyle. Wasn't nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Brad Jordan, one of the most underrated, influential rappers in hip hop to me is Scarface, Brad Jordan. Tupac, that was his guru. That's who Pac would listen to while he was writing his own stuff. The first 3 albums, Strictly for My Niggas, all that shit. Scarface would be blasting while he was walking around with his pen writing. Scarface. Erykah Badu, people have no idea the layers of her musicianship. She plays a drum machine. She's just a brilliant musician. I guess some people do, but everybody knows her as a singer. She's not just a singer. She's everything. Jerry Garcia, that's the George Clinton of rock to me. Another beautiful soul. And of course I put Pac at the top because he reached the highest point, I feel like, in terms of influence and how many people listen to him around the world. In '94, a friend of mine shooting a video in Africa, in Cape Town, he said, you know, he did enough in the city and he wanted to go out and talk to some of the bush people, they call them, the brothers that's out there, Zulus, this, that. And a real poor cat who had a dirt floor hut, didn't have hardly anything in his house, had 3 posters on the wall. One was Marley, one was Mandela, and the third one was Tupac. This was in '94 while Pac was alive. That's why I say Pac reached not just record sales, I'm saying influence. Tupac was, yes sir, cut from a different cloth for real. God, geez. Yo, touching cats. They had a gang in Africa called the Tupacs in the 90s. Deeper than the Hutus and the Zulus, all of them. The deepest gang in Africa was the Tupacs. Believe that. I had a cab driver shake my hand for 10 minutes. Shock G. Tupac. Thank you, brother. Tupac. This was 10 years ago. I was like, yeah, wasn't it amazing? Wasn't he a beautiful brother? Oh, Tupac, Shock G, just because you touched that man. He shook my hand for 10 minutes. An African cab driver in New York. But, Yup. All right, man. Oh, don't leave out Kraftwerk. Woo! Talk about techno-funk. They single-handedly laid it down. Had an album called Computer World that they wrote in the late 70s. Came out in 1980. Transeurope Express, all drum machines and synthesizers before there was such thing as a drum machine. They had the dude who was creating synthesizers in the studio with them, the scientist. You can't even buy the equipment on the street yet, or, you know, publicly. And they were already making music like that, saying Computer World was the name of some of it, and just incredible. And the rhythms was hard too. Those were aliens. The 2 aliens on the wall is right here. George is definitely from outer space, and those aren't real people either. Hutton and Schultz and Schmidt and whatever they call. Yo, I was in Germany while everybody wanted to see the red light district and the Reeperbahn and here and there and the wall, get a piece of the wall in Berlin. All I asked in every city in Germany, they were like, anything you want to do, we'll take you anywhere. Our chaperones, I always said, I want to meet Kraftwerk. Where's Kraftwerk? And everybody would go, they wouldn't even answer, they would get quiet. And so that went on in Berlin, Frankfurt, Dusseldorf. Finally in Hamburg, I tied somebody down. I said, how come when I ask about Kraftwerk, everybody gets quiet? And he said, I said, aren't they from this city? He said, we don't know them too good. We don't see them much. They were like a myth. They were like a mythical existence, even in Germany. Everywhere you go to their hometown, Nobody see them. We heard they live in a castle in the mountains. And them is not regular human beings. Those are aliens.
All right, man. We got to break down.
It's dope, though. I know you're on that crap horse shit.
Yeah.
WBLS used to just bang.
Crash Europe Express,
All day.
All right.